Gemini, how are we this week? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at all things love. Okay, so that's going to cover self-love, your past and present connections, and your next future lover. See what's happening for you with that, whether it's the same person or not. And anything important that you need to know about love as well. Now, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate your support, and being a non-monetized small channel, your support is really super necessary to help the channel continue to enable me to give you these free readings. So please subscribe if you're not already. Leave a like if you watch the video. Let me know in the comments if the messages are resonating for you, if you're checking multiple placements, all that sort of good stuff. Let me know, guys. I really appreciate every single like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel, stay here on YouTube. So thank you so much. But this week I've got the Crazy Sexy Love Notes Oracle that we're going to look at self-love. I am using the Lenormand of Japan. I also have the Mystic Red Rose Love Oracle, get a bit more info about those connections, and the Reynos do Fogo, the Fire Queen's Lenormand as well. Have a look at that future love connection there. That is a little bit more physical based stuff, guys. That deck does really come through heavy with the sex stuff. So we'll see how that goes when we get to it. But getting into it for you, Gemini. Gemini. Happy birthday, Gemini. The season's nearly over. I hope you've all had awesome birthdays and whatnot. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know in regard to love? What does Gemini need to know in regard to love? Okay, so reconsider your commitments and pause is what's coming through here. So we've got the reconsider your commitments. You can see the person here throwing the yeses and the nos, and as well as the pause. Okay, so pausing to reflect on those commitments around you. Are you giving too much of yourself to others? Are you, overcommitting yourself to other people? Maybe needing to, pause and reflect on, do I really need to go to that thing, do that thing for this person? Or do I need to be focusing a little bit more on myself? Is it really showing myself love if I, overcommit to all these things and then I'm not actually, bringing 100% to all these things? I'm spreading myself too thin. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's the need to really pause and reflect and work out what things, require the most attention from you, and, feeling like you have to sort of say no to some things. What exactly are you going to say yes to and go for? What exactly are you going to, say no to? Maybe next time, guys. I can't commit myself to too much right now. So you can't please everyone, Gemini. Sometimes you do need to, rein it in a little bit for your own sake. Okay, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know about love at the moment, please? What's going on for Gemini in general with love, please? Get a bit of an overview for you here. Okay, so I am seeing straight away we've got the ring and the scythe. So some sort of relationship changes going on for you at the moment with love and romance here, Gemini. We'll see if we can get a little bit more info about what that's all about. Because it can talk about a sudden break in a relationship or some sort of sudden unexpected change. It doesn't necessarily, mean that it's a big breakup or anything like that. But we are seeing coming through next, we do have the clouds followed by the feminine energy there. So, I do feel that feminine energy is you, Gemini, trying to sort of think about where you're going with love and romance, what needs to change for you in love and romance. Maybe it's you that's choosing to break away from a certain commitment that you've made when it comes to love, making the changes that are necessary. Once again, with that, reconsider your commitments. It's for some of you, you are actually thinking about, making that big alteration to this commitment here. For others of you, it is more to do with the change, some sort of desired change. Something's not working for you. How can I make this work for me? What do I need to do in order to make the change necessary? With the clouds there, the clouds is all about your thoughts. So this is kind of heavy on your mind at the moment. You may be very muchly in the phase of overthinking things a little bit as well. So just be aware that, sometimes when you overthink things, it does sort of drag you down that path where you are more likely to, be confused about what direction you want to go. Your judgment gets a little bit clouded the more and more and more that you sort of focus and dwell on something. So, keeping those thoughts, logical, rational, and not sort of allowing yourself to spiral out of control with the way that you're thinking about these things. Nurturing yourself first and foremost, because with that feminine energy, it really does talk about, what you need. What does your highest self need? Where, what's the best thing for you? How can you nurture yourself within this commitment? And, what changes need to be made in order to, reconcile yourself with that nurturing element and with your own emotions and really getting the most out of this connection for you yourself. All right. So we'll have a look directly at, past or current connections. Past or current love connections for Gemini. What's going on with past or current love connections for Gemini? Okay, and I'll grab the oracle as well, just help clarify what I'm seeing here. Gemini, what's going on for past and current love connections for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know about past and current connections with love? Yeah, okay. All right, so I am seeing some interesting energy here, Gemini. So I can sort of see why you're in this scythe energy where you're really, considering, is this the best thing for me? Should I be making some sort of really big change? Should I be breaking free from this connection altogether? Because, we do have the karmic relationship card has come through here. Resentments and triggers, perception, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. So I feel like for some of you, you are kind of realizing that there's something about this connection that's it's not the ideal connection that you're wanting here, or this is something that you've gone through in the past with the past connection here. Realizing that it was more of a karmic connection, more to, help you learn what you desire when it comes to love and breaking free from those things that, this is not doing it for me. This is not what I want. I want this, I want that, because we do also see the golden mirror coming through here. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed and one-sided. So for a lot of you, it definitely, we have seen a one-sided kind of karmic relationship here that does carry quite a lot of lessons for you. And that's being shown here with the snake card coming through here, because the snake energy is all about, you can see here in this card, it's kind of strangling this person, and it's kind of deception and betrayal. It's that you may be putting in a lot more passion and desire towards this commitment than this person is. They're kind of they've got a bit of a stranglehold on you, I feel here. It does talk about deception and betrayal as well. So that definitely can be coming through with this, what we're seeing with this karmic relationship and the golden mirror energy as well. That, for a lot of you, I feel like it might be very tempting to stay in this connection. But I feel like for a lot of you, there is that word here, perception and intensity. I feel for a lot of you, it's like, your perception of this connection is more along the lines of, and this is why you're in such a heavy thinking mode about this connection, because you're kind of like realizing that the perception that you have of this connection is it feels like you're kind of seeing something in someone that is, what you hope for this connection rather than the truth of the connection. That you're kind of like, oh, but I know that this, if this and this and this all happen, that this could be the perfect connection, that this could be, and you're kind of seeing a version of this person, 5 years down the track of what they could be, what they should be, but they're not actually sort of living up to the hype. They're not actually, that's not what they're currently, actioning within the connection. That you're seeing, your perception is of, of hope for what this could be rather than the truth of what it is. So I feel as though this has got you into this heavy sort of thinking mode of like, is this person really going to change? Like, am I perceiving what I want to see in this connection? Am I deceiving myself about this connection? There does, for some of you, there may have been an out and out betrayal, and that's why you're sort of reconsidering this commitment as well. So it does feel as though it's a pretty heavy sort of duty thing going on for you here, and you're kind of asking yourself, with this Lily energy, you're kind of starting to be very, vulnerable and emotionally intimate with yourself, and sort of asking yourself, is this, if this person doesn't change, is this going to be something I want in my life long term? Is this where I see myself in 10 years? If this person, because you can't force a person to change, you may have this very idealistic view of this person and see how great a person they could be. But when they're not actually being that version of themselves, that's in your perception. They're not making any action to actually be like that or make those changes for themselves. Could you, if you look ahead 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future, can you really envision yourself, still being in this connection if it stays the exact same, if this person doesn't grow and change and become that idealized version of themselves that you see that they could be? Are you willing to put up with that kind of energy? So I feel like you are starting to be a little bit more, emotionally vulnerable with yourself about the truth of this connection, and asking yourself, I feel like for some of you here, this is the garden card coming through as well. So for some of you here, you're kind of going, do you know what? It's time to meet somebody new. I know that I can meet somebody, that does fulfill my needs already, rather than them having to change and grow and become the person I need. I want to meet that person who is already the person I need. Whereas for others of you, I do feel as though this is you giving them another chance kind of thing, giving them that, if, we'll go and have a date night, and if they can, show me that they're willing to change, so I do feel as though this is you trying to sort of meet this person halfway of like, is this person going to change, and making your decision from there. So I do feel like for some of you, you are sort of, extending the, the offer here, and trying to meet this person halfway, and sort of asking yourself, I feel like, and I do feel like for some of you, you're kind of like, there's this energy here. I just want you to be very careful, Gemini, of, not, if you're trying to meet somebody halfway, don't lower yourself. You don't need to lower yourself or your standards or your expectations in order to meet somebody halfway. Okay, it doesn't mean that you actually need to change your high expectations. That doesn't, don't lower yourself to meet somebody else. If you are noticing that you're, worlds ahead of somebody on that sort of a level, that, you shouldn't take yourself backwards in order to meet this person. It's asking yourself, whether are they willing to meet me where I already am, or, I'm just keep getting this energy of don't push, don't let yourself fall backwards. Don't let yourself, step down, stoop down to lower your standards or lower yourself, to meet somebody who's not, trying to meet you as well. All right. Because we do see the Phoenix energy coming through as well. So new phase and rekindling, renewing and growth, changed mind, rising from the ashes. So, no matter which way you decide to go here, it feels like those of you who do choose to, try to rekindle this connection and work through this stuff, it is going to sort of work in your favor. There is that renewal and growth. This person is changing their mind and realizing, hang on, I need to, pull it up a little bit and get up to where Gemini's at here, and entering some new sort of phase together. But for those of you where you're choosing to sort of go your separate way from this person, once again, we are seeing that, that's a brand new renewal for you alone, a new phase for you yourself. So no matter which way you're sort of moving here, you are moving into a new phase and you are rekindling, the needs and expectations within yourself. But I do feel as though for a lot of you, you're kind of asking yourself the big questions at the moment of like, can this person, meet me? Can this person grow and change enough to meet me where I'm standing, or do I need to make some sort of sudden, unexpected change here for myself? So it does seem like big questions being asked, at the moment here, Gemini. I do see, in the future energy, we do have the soulmates energy coming through. So soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and life partner. So there's definitely that soulmate energy there in the future for you. It's just a matter of, are you going to get to that energy with this person, or are you going to get to that energy with a brand new person altogether? So I feel like asking yourself the big questions at the moment, Gemini. But we'll have a look at your next lover. So whether this is the same person or somebody new, we'll have a look and see what sort of qualities we're looking at in the next lover coming through for you here, Gemini. Gemini's next lover. Gemini's next lover, please. Future lover energy for our Geminis. Okay, I've had a few that have sort of flipped on out here, Gemini. So we'll have a look here. First one we're seeing is the bird. Okay, so a lot of conversations, deep conversations with yourself, resolving this present past kind of connection issue here, having those deep conversations with yourself about, where do I want to go next? Where do I see myself flying off to? The bird's energy, it's kind of, you may be needing to have a lot of conversations and communication, open and honest communication with this person, about where we're going, if you do envision that person being this future lover. We do see that the conversations flow freely with the bird's energy. For some of you, there may be this energy of, this person is just very sort of wild and free. They may seem very wise, this future lover here. They may be, wise beyond their years. They may really embody that kind of owl energy. They may be maybe a bit of a night owl, I'm picking up there as well. We do have the ring coming through as well. So, there is a sense of commitment. It feels like, this person is talks heavily about, wanting to commit and wanting to be committed and wanting to have somebody commit to them. So this person does sort of seem to be, the relationship sort of person, rather than, like a fly-by-night kind of person. They may have, you may have a lot of conversations very early on, even if this is someone brand new that you haven't even met yet. You may have a lot of conversations very, very early on about, what does commitment mean to this person, and what they are committed to. So they may have other commitments elsewhere as well. So I am picking up that for some of you, this person may have other commitments, like strong work commitments, or commitments in the form of, they may already have children that they're bringing into this relationship as well. But I do feel for a lot of you, it's getting to commitment levels, pretty quickly. Like it's committed. It's committed. It's this person is not somebody who is just sort of gonna you know, show up and then disappear the next day. They as somebody who is very stable and committed, they like to show commitment, and show that they are committed to you, Gemini, especially here too with the flowers coming through. Okay, so we do see that the flowers is a very reciprocal energy. So we saw with that past energy that there was this issue of the one-sidedness, and in the future, lover, here we are seeing that this person is a big giver. You know, the flowers is giving energy. They want to give you their time, their love, their energy, their commitment. You know, for some of you, they want to even give you their ring. You know, like, okay, that's coming through in two ways. Take that as you take that, because it is coming through in the sexual disturbing kind of way there as well, like whatever that means to you, Gemini. But you know, this person, they do really want to give to this. They want to give this a full, you know, a full effort. This is very, you know, it's kind of like a reward for all your hard work for going through this energy already, because we do see on the bottom of the deck, I do have the coffin and then the letter. So we do see that death and rebirth energy, that you are sort of needing to go through this present energy and you know, go through this phoenix energy of this renewal, this new phase, whether it be with the same person or whether this, you know, be just within you yourself, that there does need to be a death and rebirth. So, you know, it's like something like, even if this is the same relationship, you know, it needs to come to a complete death of how it has been and be reborn into a brand new type of connection, a brand new you know, try, you know, I suppose, you know, so there definitely does need to be this death and rebirth energy, this total renewal between the two of you, regardless of whether this is, you know, between two people or you yourself. Okay, so we definitely do see that the energy is going to get there, you know, eventually. It's just a matter of needing to go through a big sort of transformation in the meantime, this total rebirth of what could happen here. And even if that's just you yourself, Gemini, you are heading into, you know, commitment and you know, reciprocal love, reciprocal energy, reciprocal, you know, this person giving as much to you as they're receiving from you. Okay, so you're not going to be sort of putting all your hopes into something that is not actually you know, giving you hope as well. So it does seem to be working out relatively well for you here, Gemini. It's just a matter of getting to that. It does seem to be, like I said, that big transformation period, you know, going on. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements. Please subscribe to the channel. Please leave me a comment. Let me know if that resonated for your situation, your hopes, your dreams, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.